Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Mark here with the Better Mark. Let's break down the entire Major League Baseball card. We got 7 games coming at you live, albeit the Masters opening round is going off probably a little bit after you guys will be watching this video. This is one of the most exciting days of the year. Christmas morning for some, okay? So that's what we're going to be doing. We're going to give you guys my leans and my official plays within tonight's baseball card. Had a little bit of a mixed bag yesterday, going 1 and 2. Didn't really put too much effort in yesterday's picks, right? Because I was getting ready for the Masters, and I have a lot of plays out there for tournament plays as well as matchups and outrights as well, top 20s, top 30s. And some props. So it's a little different. It's like Christmas morning, but we are back at it, and these are my baseball plays. And I actually got a pretty strong indication about a couple of these, so I'm going to break them down game by game. Yesterday, just a quick recap, 1 and 2 within those plays I put together. If you watch the Yankees game, I thought Judge was going to have a chance to walk it off with that last out, but not able to get it done, and giving the Marlins one of their only wins of the season. So shout out to the Marlins getting it done and taking my money. Okay, but nonetheless, let's get into these plays. All right, and before we do, make sure, like I said, you all subscribe down below. Smash that like button and let me know what you guys will be betting for this evening. Also, if you didn't watch my Masters video, go check it out and let me know down there what you bet for the golf tournament, albeit it'll probably be a little bit after the first round tips starts, okay? But this is what we got going on. This is the first game on the card. We're going to be looking into the likes of the New York Mets and Atlanta Braves. I really fancy taking this game here, okay? When we look into just having the chance of taking the Braves, anything less than minus 150, it's almost like an auto play for me, especially against the Mets, who seem to be coming back just a touch. But this number creeping over 150 out there within the money line, I'm not looking to get involved, so that is a no play for me. Also, the Cincinnati Reds, that is the next game on the card. I do like the fact that we look at Freddie Peralta, Nick Martinez, pitching matchup, recency matchup, goes to the Milwaukee Brew Crew, but we are looking at an 8-3 club, and now what I'm looking into this is possibly even a lean towards the under. It's kind of a contrarian play for that matter. You can find 9s out there in the market, but I do like the fact that you can still get minus 150 with a plus 1.5 run line for the Reds. But no official play for me in that one, okay? Next, we will have an official play, okay? This is one where we're going to look into the Detroit Tigers, okay? And this is one where we're going to be taking the Tigers on the money line at home on FanDuel at a price of minus 120. Just a kind of a play off of what's going on. Pablo Lopez and Skewball. I really like Skewball from a pitching perspective. Also, Pablo Lopez is no slouch himself, 1-1 on the season, 2.84 ERA, and the Tigers. I mean, one of the great starts of the Major League season, 7-4 to start off their campaign, and I do like the fact that we potentially get a better pitcher at home in early game, 110 first pitch. Okay, so they're kind of just squeezing in this one, I think, from a rainout postponement. So the home team, in my opinion, definitely has the advantage. Sometimes the team on the road looks to just pack their bags and get home. But we talk about even further. It's something where these April games have had some weather issues thus far, and that trend will continue. But that'll be my first official play, Tigers minus 120. Okay. Next, we're going to get into the Houston Astros and Kansas City Royals, and we're going to go back to the well. Okay, we're going to go back to the well. We're taking KC plus 1.5 on the run line, minus 140. This is something where you look at a pitching matchup. We look at Hunter Brown going for the Houston Ball Club, and I really, truly like the fact that Kansas City is hot, okay? They're hot. The only reason this line is low is because quite frankly, Houston is Houston, okay? And if you want to take the names off the jersey, and that's kind of one of my best tips I can give you guys, is if you're really torn on a game and you are compelled to bet it, take the jerseys, take the logos, strip them down off of the prospective team. Sometimes you get this on some sports segments where they'll put graphics up on the screen and you'll see all the team statistics, especially in college football when they're trying to sort out the playoff committee. All right, so when they do that and they put a question mark above all of those stats, and a lot of times it's always the team with the best resume, the best stats thus far, the best metrics, whatever you want to do from an analytics standpoint, they outshine all the other players and teams, but the name and the logo gives you kind of blinders when you're trying to handicap those games. And I think that's what we're seeing with Kansas City. And you kind of lose focus, and you don't understand that Kansas City's 9-4 and Houston's 4-9. So Hunter Brown, almost 7 ERA, and Brady Singer has been a dominant pitcher. I see some value in taking Kansas City on the money line as well, but we will lock it in at -140. KC to get that done at home. Okay, the next game out there, we did kind of skip over it, was the Oakland, I don't know if we should call them Oakland anymore, but the A's taking on the Rangers. That's where we're looking at John Gray and JP Sears. JP Sears, 8.68 ERA. I do look for the Rangers to absolutely annihilate Sears, kind of a contrarian plan as well. But somehow, some way, the A's are 4-6 on the season. They've won a lot of comeback games. They've won against a lot of great quality opponents. And it's one where they've kind of bit me a little bit. But I'm not betting this game because of the fact that Sears always is capable of putting up a fashionable start. But I will be looking at the Rangers on as a lean on that money line. Okay, next game. This is one where we got the Phillies and the Pirates. Ranger Suarez taking on Jarrett Jones. Big fan of Ranger Suarez from a sense that a lot of times later in the season, when the dust settles, it's kind of like a going back to the well last year where I was just taking Ranger Suarez in his basically the first 5 plays with the Phillies. But, both of these clubs, it's another one. The Pirates are one of the most outstanding starts of the season, and it's crazy. It's kind of like all where I'm kind of located. It's all clustered in there. The Pirates, the Tigers for some stretch of imagination up to this point, and the Indians. It's kind of bang, bang, bang. All of those ball clubs that I probably would have told you and bet their unders on their win totals are absolutely on fire, especially if you caught the Indians game last night where they were able to walk it off. That was truly, truly amazing against the White Sox, albeit the White Sox stink. But still, nonetheless, as an Indians fan, great outcome. So, also, this is one where we're going to have no play in the Pirates-Phillies game. I do not really have a lean or indication as well. Phillies, going from a road trip to being at home. Jarrett Jones, really good starts, quality starts out of his last 2. I'm not going to bet against the Pirates right now at this moment in time, so this will be a no play, okay? And then the last game on the card. This is one that, once the Masters coverage ends, I'm going to be glued to my television. If you guys are into sports cards, anything like that, you guys know what I'm talking about. But we look into Jackson Holliday getting his first run-up right now. It's going to be amazing. So that's kind of where all the focus will be on. Getting the call up for one of their best hot prospects to go along with Grayson Rodriguez, who has been nothing short but dominant in his first 2 outings. Going against Garrett Whitlock, which also very dominant. Sub-1 ERA, 12 Ks, first time out. This is something where a lot of people would probably be leaning towards the under. I potentially would wait till this creeps down to an 8, 8.5. We can find 8.5 out there in the market, but I'm going to get behind the Baltimore Orioles, okay? Give me the better pitcher and a little bit of hype and build up with what we're seeing. I think you get the better pitcher and this whole noise train, right? I think the players are going to be hyped to see Jackson Holliday making his debut, and everybody's going to be rallying around that club. I think it's just something where they're on the road. It's going to be like a business trip, and granted, he could go 0 for 3, 0 for 4, how many at-bats he gets, and be an absolute dud and impact us by only giving us really 24 outs if he can't put up quality at-bats. But that's something where I still like the Orioles, right? This is actually a really fun game to watch because the AL East is becoming a spectator sport, right? It's actually worth watching. For a while there, it was just the Yankees and Red Sox at top, and then the Blue Jays started to get involved, and now it seems to be one of the most one of the most built up and sought after divisions in all of baseball. So that's kind of what we're looking at. That will be my third official play, but we also are going to look into and dive into this same game parlay action where I like the likes of Grayson Rodriguez to continue a stretch of dominance. I want him to go 6 innings, okay, 6 complete innings. Grayson Rodriguez, we're going to be taking that. We can find out there in the market. over 16.5, so a little bit under that. So he just really needs to go 5 2/3, and we get that cash minus 130 within that same game parlay. If you want to go that route, they kind of correlate, or if you just want to lay them individually, whatever you seem fit. I'm not going to tell you what to do, what to bet, but those are my 3-4 official plays in there, and I really do like that Red Sox Orioles game from a viewership standpoint. And like I said, smaller card. So these are my official plays. I'll pull it up here for a recap. KC plus 1.5, Baltimore minus 128 on the money line. Grayson Rodriguez over 16.5 outs minus 130, as well as the Tigers minus 120. That will wrap up my breakdown of the April 11th Major League Baseball card. I hope you guys are all doing well. Let's go cash some tickets, get back at it. 1 and 2 yesterday. That's not good enough. We need more. But I appreciate you guys watching here on the channel. Subscribe down below if you have not already done so, and we'll see you guys all in the next video. Cheers.